Tomorrow night, the final of the 3 Celebration of Light fireworks displays that we have seen this year. This year, it is Canadian provinces competing rather than international teams. And so far, we have seen Quebec and Yukon over the past week. And now, next up, Team Nova Scotia. They'll be lighting up the skies tomorrow night. Fred Wade has been in the fireworks business for 4 decades. He is an expert on everything that goes into a pyrotechnic display, and he's here to tell us a little more about it. He's the president of Fireworks FX, which is a family-run business. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's very nice to be here.
Oh, thank you for being here. You've been in the fireworks business since 1983. How does one decide to get into the fireworks business?
I think most of us get into it by accident. I was a grocer growing up.
Yeah.
And when we had to move out of the grocery business, I thought, well, I'll turn my hobby of doing fireworks for family and friends in the backyard into a business. And here we are.
Dan, tell me about that as a hobby. Did your displays get more and more elaborate? Because I have a neighbor who does this.
Yes, we call them pro-amateurs.
Yes.
We eat, sleep, and we save all our money, and it goes into fireworks for putting on as big a spectacle as we can.
And what is that like when you're doing that in the neighborhood?
Well, we live in a rural area, so I could do some pretty crazy stuff.
I bet. and so as an amateur, what was the craziest thing you ever did?
It's not shareable on the radio.
But you must have set off, you must have had some pretty big fireworks, but like unusually big for, domestic, non-professional fireworks.
Well, we're limited to consumer fireworks. If you haven't taken the formal training that is a requirement in Canada, you're limited to a much less powerful range of consumer fireworks, which can put on some really, really nice shows.
Oh, yeah.
But get your training, and then you can play with the big boys.
Now, and tell me about that. How early do you have to start planning a show like this?
Well, it starts with the concept and the choice of the musical soundtrack.
Okay.
And when my son, who is our choreographer, we first discussed what we were going to do here, I was kind of leaning towards East Coast Cayley, kitchen party, Natalie McMaster, fiddles, all the Celtic theme. And he steered us in a different direction. We're going with all Canadian Aboriginal artists.
Oh, isn't that cool?
It is. Listen, it was a bit of a stretch. I thought, okay. And he put the soundtrack together, and it's. I get goosebumps. I really do.
So does the music always come first?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
And then what does that determine then? How do you work around the music?
Well, the choice of music is very important because you just can't take a piece of music and then design fireworks to it. The way I like to describe a choice of music is you need hooks to hang your fireworks on, right? You need tempo and changes and so on. So he selected the soundtrack, put it together. Then you sit down in front of the computer and you visualize. You listen to a sound clip over and over and over again, and you just sit back and you visualize what you see in the sky going on during that clip. Then you sit at the computer, go into your inventory, and actually put it into the program. So it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And will the computer give you a simulation of what the display looks like?
Absolutely. The software today is fantastic. He can program in any level of wind so that we can see the fireworks drifting to the south, wind speed. It's amazing. We can even take a backdrop of English Bay and put it as a backdrop into the choreography software, and we can see the fireworks rising up as we would see in real life on Saturday.
To scale and everything. So
absolutely.
So if one is going up 100 feet, it'll go up 100 feet on the...
Exactly. It's
Isn't
amazing.
that wild?
Right.
And so does that, now I'm going to get all geeky here, so that program then, does that hook up to the board that actually fires off your fireworks?
Right. We download that to the firing computer, and at showtime, run the audio, push the fire button, and it's completely automated, right? Millisecond timing.
Wow. Now, they're fired from a barge, of course.
Yes.
So you guys the barge is filled with sand, and all the shells go into there. Is there a person on that barge when the show show is going?
Yes, there is. There's a small crew on the barge. They're in an armored bunker for safety.
Yeah, I've been on one, and correct me if I'm wrong. There's like an emergency slide or a chute to get off that barge if something went wrong.
It's a little easier than that. Take just 2 giant steps over the side.
Oh, I seem to recall one, and it was like a steel bunker
Right.
with, I guess, what must have been bulletproof glass or something
There
in
is,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It is armored.
Yeah, what's it like to sit in there while the show's going on?
Oh, man, overload, stimulation overload. It is crazy. It must be what it would be like in an artillery firefight. There is smoke everywhere, there's belches of flame, because when these shells go off from the fiberglass tube, it is like a cannon firing. And you can see a muzzle flash of flame 2 or 3 feet out of each mortar, the concussion from the shell leaving the mortar, whoom, and then a few seconds later, it bursts in the sky, and there are dozens of these going off simultaneously over a 400-foot front of barge. It is crazy. And the barge is rocking and rolling.
Oh my God, it sounds amazing. And how big are? I mean, I recall them being, any am I right? Like a bowling ball to a beach ball kind of size. These shells.
The shells for professional fireworks range from 2 inches in diameter up to 12 inches.
Okay.
Which is the largest size that we have in the barge. There are larger shells available in the world. Japanese make 2 monsters a year that are 4 feet in diameter.
Holy cow.
They weigh a half a ton each. But in Canada, we're limited to 12 inches in diameter.
And sorry, again, geeking out, and there's a charge at the bottom of the tube that sends the shell up?
Each bombshell has a black powder lift charge built into the bottom. That's called a lift charge.
Yep.
And when the fuse is ignited, the lift charge goes off, ignites a time fuse within the shell, and it rises up to the top of its trajectory.
Yeah.
Inside the shell is another smaller charge of black powder called the burst charge.
Yeah.
The time fuse reaches the burst charge, and boom, we see what we see.
Oh my gosh! And then in some cases, then are there other charges that go off when we get that second or third, not explosion but effect?
That's right. There are different effects. We have Roman candles. We have multi-shot cakes, mines, a wide range of effects, ranging from on the barge itself, low level to maybe 150 feet, and then the big ones rising 1,000 feet in the air.
I was marveling the other day when I was looking at pictures of people coming back from English Bay, like 500,000 people, at least, coming back from English Bay. And I thought all of those people came from all over the Lower Mainland to watch stuff explode for 20 minutes. What is the attraction, do you think?
Well, I'm not jaded, but let me tell you my experience. This is my first time seeing this festival, and we went down to see Quebec on Wednesday, and we went down at 6 o'clock because we wanted the full meal deal. We wanted to see what is everybody doing, and I'll tell you, I was absolutely blown away. I don't mean to gush here, but this is some crazy, beautiful festival. I have been to many festivals all over the world, and they're very nice, but this is unique. This was what they would call in the 60s a happening. I mean, people were swimming. It was a social event.
Yeah.
They weren't on their phones. People were walking down the boardwalk. They were visiting. It was a community camped out for hours to eat food, to play Frisbee or whatever, with the mountains in the background. I'm going on here, but
you're getting all goosebumpy over there.
I am really. This is an amazing event.
And what is the thing when you walk away from any fireworks show? What makes you say that was an exceptional show? That was something.
It's the audience.
Yeah.
It's the audience, and that's why we do what we do. We're not here about a trophy or first place or anything like that. Oh, yeah, that would be nice. But why we do what we do is to make people happy.
Yeah.
And when that audience erupts, when the finale goes off, I mean, that's a big part of our pay. That's why everybody does what they do.
Well, it's well known that Nova Scotians are the nicest people in the country, so,
Speaking of that, if you go through the Halifax airport, there is a lobster pound, and you can get lobster to travel. But we were overloaded with
How do you get a lobster to travel?
Wow. Cha-chung. But I thought, well, if I bring a lobster for you, I'm going to have to bring it for the whole crew.
Yeah.
And I can't get that big of a box, but I did smuggle one small lobster.
Oh my
There you
gosh!
go.
Look at that.
He's still alive, so.
Okay, that's great. Where are the rubber bands? He's just going to get loose on us. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Look at this. It's so pretty. Like a little lobster horse. Thank you. We will name him
There you go.
and keep him forever right here. There we go. Oh, no, he fell over. All right. Great to meet you, and thank you so much for being here. It really is such a pleasure. And best of luck to you, Fred.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the show.
We will indeed. And I think you might see the snowbirds as well show up again.
Yes, I hope we do. I've got my phone ready.
Excellent. Great to meet you. Thank you
Take
so
care
much.
now. Bye-bye.
Fred Wade, who's been in the fireworks business for more than 4 decades, and Fireworks FX will be representing Nova Scotia this Saturday. It's the last show for the Honda Celebration of Light competition.